What's up guys, today we're going to be looking at Bowser's unmatched comeback potential. Those of you who watch the channel frequently know that we're no stranger to making insane comebacks all the time, and I wanted to make this video to give you all an idea of my mindset and how I go about playing from behind. This first match is against a GRENINJA, who I can easily say is the best GRENINJA I've ever played against in my life. Everything he does, from combos to neutral to confirms to these drag downs, look at this string guys, just look at this string, perfect execution. I've always seen people put GRENINJA as a losing matchup for Bowser, but no GRENINJA I've ever played has made me feel like that's the case. I know on paper it makes sense that GRENINJA beats Bowser because of how combo heavy he is, but I've never played a GRENINJA that has made me feel like I'm losing the matchup, until this one. Look at his neutral here guys, staying right out of range of Fair and the flinch boxes of Fire Breath, right? Being able to immediately put shield like that. You can definitely tell that he's very comfortable and familiar with the matchup. I kind of outmatched him there with the side B, literally just pressing buttons, and it happens to trade so that my side B comes out first. And you know, as much praise as I'm giving him, I also recognize that I'm not out of the game, right? No matter how badly you're getting beaten as Bowser, you're not done until you're actually out of stocks, until the game is actually over. So never give up even if you're at disadvantage. Just watch this whole ledge trap sequence guys. The use of the water, the use of the hydro pump to use wind box to push me away, and then spacing back onto stage to exactly where I'd be. Look at that hydro pump. I missed the tech there, I'm terrible at teching, but just watch this. So good. Again, sets me up, right? Perfect. Great patience too. It's very easy to get desperate to get the kill on Bowser since he lives for so long, and you just see the percents rise, right? But this guy had the patience to get me all the way to 200, make sure I was in disadvantage in the situation where I couldn't do anything about it, and before he actually threw a killing blow. At the same time, I also got to commend myself for not getting gimped by it. Yes, I got trapped and I died by, you know, getting set up perfectly, but I didn't get gimped, which I'm happy about. More neutral going on here. I'm having a hard time getting a hit in, and he's pretty much just controlling the pace of the game. More great execution, drag downs, jab blocks. I'm pretty much just getting bodied and losing every interaction this whole second stock. More drag downs, jab blocks, and now I'm in disadvantage. Great use again of the hydro pump. And patience as well to make sure he pushes me out twice to be perfectly set up for that up smash. Now this is a pretty bad looking situation, right? We're a whole stock behind, he's only got 20% on him, so I figure I need to do something a little bit different. You'll see me try to mix up the neutral with some more tilts than I was using before. Finally land this fair here to get him off stage. We set up Fire Breath at ledge, and one bad play from him here, this is why Bowser is so great. One bad play of him rolling in gave us 50% on Fire Breath. Throw out an F smash. You see me throwing out bigger moves here because playing safe wasn't really the option that was working out for us, right? We were trying to play safe the first and second stock, and we were pretty much just getting bodied the entire time. We returned back to neutral here, but in one advantage state, we were able to add like 3% to him? Something like that. Knew how to mix it up with more aggressive and committal and risky options, just like we'll do here with this down air, right? Down air is very committal and risky, but we took the risk and it paid off. So by now we've got a lot of adaptation going on, right? We know how he's using hydro pump at ledge, and we also know not to jump into those pivot grabs, because first and second stock you saw how many times I jumped in his pivot grabs because of the way he spaced out and baited my fairs or Fire Breath. We are in disadvantage here, but the key takeaway is that we are mixing up our options to not be falling for the same things over and over. Again, I know his use of water pump now, so I'm very patient with my recovery, saved my jump so that I could actually delay the up B and not get pushed away by the hydro pump at all. Neutral is reset, but look at these percents guys. Of course we're still at a disadvantage, right, percent wise, but I know that I can still make this back. I know I can make it back with just some big plays, but I know I have to commit and take some risk. Side B gets us an advantage. I go for a risky play here with double jump edge guard fair, and we're actually able to close out the game with it and bring that back, thanks to full rage. I want to bring it back to this section of the last stock, guys. Notice I'm still approaching with shield and coming in smart. Even though I knew I needed to commit to a big play, I wasn't just blindly throwing out smash attacks. Here's where I commit to the aggression with this edge guard. What also cost him was the typical elite smash use of projectile in disadvantage. Those of you who have watched my other videos know just how many times we've called out Zeldas and villagers for doing things like Knight off stage, or the rocket or slingshot off stage. So you guys know we're always calling out those off stage projectiles, and that's how we close out this hell of a comeback game too. Next up, we have a match against a Samus. And for the most part, I know how to fight Samuses online, right? We know how to fight their campy playstyle. But this Samus and their playstyle caught me off guard because they actually weren't camping. They were actually the ones coming in and being really aggressive. I've never played a Samus that was so active in going in and approaching. Sets up the typical down throw fair here, and continues to apply pressure. He didn't back off to charge the charge shot the way most Samuses do. Just relentless aggression here, right? Always going off stage and trying to look for an edge guard, which is actually pretty cool to see. It's rare to see Samuses online play like this. Calls me out for going low and gets this dare to spike. At this point I figure, okay, this Samus is playing super aggressive, he's not playing like regular Samuses, so let's play his game too, because if we're just scrapping, Bowser's gonna win. Lots of aggressive options here, drop down, double jump, bear, miss, then we go for a nair to bear, which land. Just basically throwing out a lot of attacks, right? Going off stage here too, trying to beat him in his own game of aggression. F-tilt armor allows us to trade and beat out that fair. We're still in advantage. I pulled the trigger a little bit too late with that dare, so he was able to put up shield. You'll see me recovering low a lot, which will come back into play again later. I just kind of mash on him here with spot dodge down smash, and I'm able to close out the stock with it. Try to go for a B reverse fire breath because I know he's going to be aggressive in approach, but it doesn't work out for us. Gets us off stage, and once again, like I said, calls us out for going low. That's what I meant when I said that it would come back into play later. Bad for me for doing the same thing over and over and not mixing up my recovery, and good on this Samus for recognizing that and calling me out on it. A whole stock behind, but once again, we're not out of the game. A few wrong choices on his end, and he's dead. Jab 1 into down B. We break the shield, but I was a little bit too sloppy with my buttons and ended up pushing him off. However, he jumped and still went right into our F smash, which works out for us. That's just luck. Now it's an even game. I know he's going to approach, so I just smash down air here. The second one ends up 2-framing, which is again just pretty much a lucky thing for us, and it works out and we close out the game. Close out that last stock of his in like less than 10 seconds. I want to pull it back here, guys, because against Bowser, it's not even about making bad choices, it's just about the wrong choices. He shielded, which led him to get shield broken, which wasn't a bad choice, right? Shielding isn't a bad choice, but it was just the wrong choice in that scenario. Then he jumped from ledge, which again was just the wrong choice. These weren't reads on my end or anything. It just happened to be the case where I was throwing things out and he falls into them by making the wrong choice. Here as well, he just approached ledge at the wrong time and got spiked by that down air. A few wrong choices on their end and Bowser wins. And that's it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, leave a like on the video, guys, drop a comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.